Hello, and thank you for joining us again for another Moss Talks, where we have more conversations and more culture. My name is Joel, co-founder, creative director for Moss Magazine.
And I'm Sydney, co-founder and editorial director for Moss Magazine.
So, Sydney, we often talk about what rooms we want to be in, what spaces we want to impact. Do you ever think about what do you call it? Do you ever think about how you will impact the room or what impression you may leave?
I'm always thinking about that. I mean, I want to leave a good impression. I'll say when I was younger, I used to want to be just like not remembered in a way because then that means I didn't cause chaos, if that makes sense. But now that I'm older, and we're doing the magazine, I obviously want to be remembered, um, and just leave a good impression overall. I haven't really thought too much into what exactly that means for me, but at least wherever I go, I try to have a positive attitude and bring good energy at least. Um, I don't ever want to be like the person that's too positive, but I mean, like I try to be positive because it doesn't matter anyway. We're just on a rock. So, um, I would say that's the biggest goal of my impressions. I don't know how to form my thoughts. Jump
I
in.
see. If it was me, I say when I was younger, yeah, like I didn't want to be remembered that much because it just felt like again you said, it might have left chaos or it might have been like a bad moment or like really like it was just not a good moment to be seen. But as I get older or like the older that I am, I really don't care. Like I want people like I don't say I don't care, but I want people to have an impression of me like I'm just who I am. Like I'm human, I'm Joe, and I'm good at what I do, but at the same time I'm just me. But I don't want them to leave with a bad impression, but I don't want them to think so low of me, and I don't want them to think too highly of me. I want them to realize that I'm human. I'm very capable, but I'm me.
Yeah, that's very real. And I feel like that also makes people around you comfortable too, because they catch on that you're not putting on a persona or a show and like, you know, you know, like you said, you're human, you have flaws, but then you also have great things about you too. But with that, what you said about being human also made me realize that I try to at least make people comfortable in the room. And that can be both a good and a bad thing. Good thing just because kind of like how you're hitting on, like we're all just people. Like there's no reason to feel like you're high and mighty or like you're low below. Like we're literally all just people. So that's honestly the biggest thing I try to do when I say I want to make people comfortable. But I also know that that's bad because especially like as a Black woman, like I could be downing myself, not downing myself, but like repressing myself to make people comfortable too. And unfortunately, being older and being in a bunch of white spaces since college, I'm still not used to that. Um, I don't want to like just be that person, who's like quiet or like lets things go. So,
But yeah, I agree with that because there are certain times where you want people to be uncomfortable. Because like if you're shooting something that's high octane that requires people to be out of their comfort shell, like you want them to be on go. Like you want them to be comfortable. How to say you want them to be comfortable with what you're about to do, but you want them to be comfortable for whatever you're trying to accomplish.
mm,
So, but yeah, I agree with that. Trying to make people comfortable because again, like at certain times, certain people, not everyone, but certain people will try to take advantage of that, and like it's not always a good thing. And so I can agree with that with making sure everyone's on the same page, but kind of reminding people that hey, I'm here. This is my role, and like that I'm here to do this. I'm here to make sure we have a safe space, but I'm not going to be pushed around. Another thing with first impressions, um, how you present yourself in media is also important too. Because like obviously with the magazine, like how we present people is very important because some of these people that read our magazine are seeing these people for the first time. And so like when they go to your Instagram account, your portfolio, your website, or even our website or our personal accounts, just by mistake, hopefully, um, that's they perceive us for the first time too. even when they listen to this podcast, like you're perceiving us for the first time.
Mhm.
And that's something I still we cherish because I say it's kind of like baby being born because it's like you don't know this person's going to be, you don't know what's really going to happen until words come out of their mouth. And so it's like, this is all very new, very, I say for us, it's the thrill of the moment, but for you, it's the understanding something new.
No, I agree. Um, and I will say, like, it comes with a big responsibility too, because, like you said, when we do these interviews and stuff with people, like, we have the responsibility of getting their personality into words and our readers catching onto that personality through words. And then also in the way, like, we do our podcasts and things and how we ask questions, like, it's a big responsibility because you want people, to be their best selves, or at least have the opportunity to present themselves how they want to, without it seeming like it's biased or we're trying to like lead them down one path. Like we try to stay neutral as possible and just let the person shine on their own. Um, so yeah, I agree. And then again, like for people who are just picking up our magazine or just tuning in for the first time, like this is the first impression right here. They're trying to get a feel like if they want to explore a community in our world or if they want to buy another issue or listen to another podcast episode, which you should, by the way, because hello. Um, but yeah, it's all like wherever you go, it's all about impressions and presence, how you leave a room. It all matters.
With that, stick around for our next segment with Nicodemus, who was featured in issue 3 of our magazine. He's an amazing artist and individual. So listen up. Thank you for joining Moss Talks. Today we have a special guest. Thank you for joining us, Nicodemus. It is such a pleasure.
Joe, thank you, Sydney, for this opportunity.
It's been a minute since we last caught up. What's new in the world of Nicodemus?
It's new. What's new? Good question. It's been a year, right?
Yeah.
It's been a year. I received the magazine. My whole family was very proud of the job. So thank you for that moment. No, what's new on Nicodemus? I'm still working on music, but I think the main thing that is new is I'm working also on a musical director project. So directing, let's say not like the big names or whatsoever, but bands connected with me and asked, "Hey, we do the arrangement live on Instagram, and can you do this for our band?" So that is the new thing.
It's so cool.
Yeah, that's very cool. That's very cool. So in the last conversation we had, I explained how I make music in my room and I'm all by myself, and now like bands are connected with me and asking, "Hey, those arrangements that you do all alone in your room, can you do this for me?" So that's very cool. Very blessed. Yeah.
But do you meet these people like out and about, or do you just like receive like emails? Or...
No. Basically, it's all it's like this. It's most of the time it's online. So they send me an email and I receive a lot of emails and like I did with you guys is I always aim on like an introduction call just to feel and get to know the people who are asking the question, and they basically asked me in the introduction call, "Yeah, would you like to do the gig?" I was like, "Yeah, it is new for me, but let's do it."
Yeah.
You like bands from like all over the world or like
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. That's cool, right? Yeah.
Yes.
I still can believe it. I still can believe it. And like I said, it's not like the big names, but the fact that they are like reaching out to me uh and say to me that they love the way I arrange my music it's yeah, that's a thing for me.
Yeah, you're global.
Yeah. I say it's just the power of being seen, right?
Yeah. How do you say it? Recognized or
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah.
I mean, honestly, touching on that with your live arrangements and stuff, I saw that you're doing live shows, so congratulations on that.
Thanks.
How is that? Like, what is that like?
When the video of Mario became viral, so I got a lot of responses. I'm from the for the people that don't know me, I'm from the Netherlands. So mainly in the Netherlands, they don't know me, and then there was like a DJ Irwan, who's really big in the Netherlands and also around the world. He reached out and he said, "Hey, I really like the arrangement, and we are going to start like a R&B brunch, which is a brunch that starts at 1 in the afternoon and ends at 6. And they search for like live musicians, and they asked me to be a part of their team. So that's very cool, yeah. So it's not it's like an intimate kind of setting where people eat. But the feeling is a bit of casual chic. They eat, so and the DJ plays only R&B music of the 90s and 2000s, and then there's a live part where the singer is singing songs of Boyz II Men, and they asked me to fill it in with him together. Yeah.
Nice. So
Yeah.
like what is like what's the best part of all that? Like is it, kind of just vibing with the people? Is it playing with the singer? Is it just like the whole production of it?
Yeah. Well, to be honest, it's very cool to see people enjoy like R&B music. Like, yeah. Normally, I listen to R&B music, and like I said, all by myself. But here, everyone is singing, everybody's having a great time, and that's the main thing that I love.
Were there like any, because I know like you're used to kind of just jamming in your room, but now you're like doing these shows. So were there any like challenges when it came to the difference between doing it by yourself versus, on stage?
Yeah, and that's mainly I think the technical part.
Mm.
So normally, what you said, I'm making music by myself, and for my live shows, I asked two friends of mine, so a drummer and a key player, and yeah, the first time we played at in Rotterdam in Bert, but that's like a pop podium in the Netherlands, so the the sound and the audio and the technique was good, was 100%. And then the next show we played at a restaurant, and yeah, we thought it would be the same like the pop podium, but the restaurant was like, oh, we did not do bands before, and then all of a sudden the audio went off, and those were challenges. I was like, and I was on stage, my bass went off. So yes, there were a few challenges, but I learned, I learned of it, and I learned to do like the the, the audio part to check it before with the restaurant. So I they have like I think 2-3 shows, maybe more, and maybe 6 shows in a month. And I called all of the venues just to check the audio, but that was the one of the biggest challenge. And while I was playing, my bass went off, and the keys went off, and the monitoring went off. So I was laughing but crying, you know.
It's like your heart just stops for a second. It's like, hold on, what's going
Yeah.
on? What's
Yeah.
happening?
Yeah, and so everybody came for me, and I was like smiling, and I was like, oh, my audio is off, and I can't hear anything. So that was I think the biggest challenge. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's all a learning
Yeah.
opportunity. Now you know.
Yeah.
I say you said so you have a keys player and a drums player you cooperate with for those shows.
Yeah.
So do y'all rehearse with whoever's singing, or if there's someone singing, do y'all do like rehearsals beforehand?
Yeah. We rehearse on I think on a weekly base we rehearse, but yeah, they asked me to do my live arrangements live. So what you hear in the videos that I'm sharing online is also like the original vocal. So I mainly use the original vocal on a sequencer, and sometimes I invite like a guest singer to do the Brandy song or whatsoever. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. I was like, I can feel it in my soul right now.
What?
Feel
What
like
do you feel?
when you say you bring like someone to sing the vocals of like a certain song,
Yeah.
like I can just imagine them coming in and singing that part, and then your arrangement being behind it. I can
Yeah.
just feel the atmosphere. But you had another viral moment with your JoJo Square Biz remix. How did you make that track feel so alive?
Yeah, I saw this video, JoJo doing the Square Biz cover on TikTok. I don't know where anymore, but and the only thing that I thought when I looked at that video is, wow, what if I could jam with JoJo like right now? And the way I work is I repeat the song like a thousand times, or the video 1,000 times, and I'm drumming with my hands on the table, and it's basically a jam session by myself. But the main thing is when I saw the video, I was like, wow, how would it be if I would have a jam session with JoJo, and we would do the square bit? So that's the feel behind it.
I like, honestly, you have such a gift because when I saw that video, I was like, this is so good. I closed my eyes and I felt
Wow.
like I was like at a live show for real.
Oh,
I
thank
was
you.
like you just hit all the aspects of like just hearing instruments live and like just feeling like you're there in the atmosphere. And I was just like, "Ugh, he's a genius."
Thank you.
And like, especially like, it's very hard to do like when you have like all the social media because like, how I say, I would say it's harder to communicate that with certain songs because like I'll say the songs that we hear like on Spotify, Apple Music, or whatever platform we use, like you do hear like the live instruments, but it's like you make us feel like the punches, the snares, the bass coming in. Like we actually feel that instead of it just being like, oh, this is another song. So yeah.
Yeah. What can I say? Thank you.
So can you share a recent moment where you thought this is exactly where I'm supposed to be?
To be honest, I think the moment when I had a gig in a restaurant, and I was playing, and I saw my parents, my sister and her boyfriend, my girlfriend and her family, and my mother-in-law. I saw them watching me performing live. That for me was a part like, okay, this is basically what I dreamed of when I was little, to make them proud. And after my playing, also my dad is not like a talker. He just smiles. But after the show, he came to me and he said, "You did a great job." And that was one of those moments, I guess.
Yeah, that's lovely. Like they're like literally seeing you as a global superstar because you are. So
Yeah. So obviously you don't doing live shows now. You're out in public a lot more. What do you do outside of music that helps you be a better artist?
Oh, oh, I try to read a lot, but that is not working because I open a book, I read like 3 pages, and then I'm done. I'm sleeping or whatsoever. So I try to, you have this, and I don't know if I can use like names, but there is a platform which calls Masterclass. Do you know it? And then like all these big names are sharing their knowledge, and I think the thing, my big learning on performing live is really being an entertainer. Mainly when I make music, I'm on my own, so I don't need to entertain anyone, and I'm like a lonely wolf. And when I'm on stage, I think that is a thing I can work on. So there is like a master class of Usher where he explains how he entertains people. So, but that's like too much for me. But I can pick elements of his master class, and how to say it, and use it in my own performances. But live performing, I find it very hard to really entertain people.
but you're taking time, to think that through because I feel like today, like that form of like performance is kind of like going away because like we have Usher, we had Michael Jackson, we have Beyonce, but we don't like out of that, we don't have a lot of like true entertainers, like people who can literally like point their finger and the crowd goes crazy? So I love that you're taking that time to like learn from them and figure out how you can be entertaining, even though you're not necessarily singing, but like you're still giving that show.
Yeah. There was like a concert where I went. I continuously forget his name. He has this song with Tori Kelly. He's like a musical genius. You know what I mean? He's from the
DJ?
UK. No. He has that. Bridge
Does
over
he play
water.
the piano?
Yeah,
Okay, I know his face, but I don't know his name.
you
But I
know
know who you're talking about.
Is it Jacob Collier?
yeah, Jacob
Yes.
Collier. It's Jacob Collier. So you mentioned like the pointing the finger and the crowd goes wild. I was at a show, and to be honest, I don't listen a lot to his album. So I was invited to go to his show, and I went to the show, and he went on stage without saying anything, and he just pointed his finger and gave like a tone to the crowd, like ha, and suddenly the crowd on my part of the venue repeated the ha, and then he pointed his finger again. And then all of a sudden, there was like the whole venue was like a choir, and it was crazy. So there are really people like that can point their fingers and do stuff with crowds, and that was also like for me also like a big learning point. Okay, when I look at Jacob Collier, he is completely himself, and I think that's the most important thing of like performing. He's completely himself. And like I said, respectfully, he wears like I when I look at him, I see like a kind of nerdy guy with the pajamas, but I love the guy, and I love the fact that he is completely 100% himself, and we can feel it in the crowd. And yeah, like I said, he pointed his finger, and the crowd sang like a choir. I was like, what?
People today, they really just want to like connect with other people. So, like, just presenting yourself as you are,
Yeah.
like, that means the world because
Yeah.
once you start acting a different way or putting on like a persona,
Yeah.
you lose that connection because then people are like, well, I can't really connect with you versus like if you just show up as yourself, they're like, oh, he's just like me or he
Yeah.
likes this too, you know? So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. After the show, I really loved Jacob Collier. I did that. I will send you like a link of his documentary. He's a very interesting person. He's like, yeah, sweet guy.
Yeah, he is.
I love him. I love him.
I listen to a lot of his songs actually. So yeah, he's very musically inclined. Like it's always interesting. Like I watch a few of his like YouTube videos, and he's always like breaking down how this sound goes with this sound, even though they should never exist in the same room.
Yeah.
And like to your point, also like I love him literally because like the industry hasn't changed him. That's one thing I've seen with him.
Yeah.
He hasn't just because he's got this much acclaim. He's worked with these different artists. He hasn't
Yes.
presented himself any different.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I think when you are on that level, I think also that's the hardest part to just be yourself.
So last question. Is there anything exciting you're working on right now that you can share with us or like give us a sneak peek of?
Well, yeah. Well, my plan is to after the summer, I'm going to start with like my old song. So we do like the songwriting camps with the musicians and write my own songs. And that's the part that I'm very not scared is not the right word, but I'm actually also going to sing. So
Today is a good day. Today is a good day. Might throw something on the grill now. Yeah.
So
That is so exciting.
yeah. So that is a thing I'm working on right now, and I'm planning right now so that it could be after the summer.
Well, I was about to say when you release, let us know. We'll put it out there for you too.
Yeah, let's do like if we do the release, then we'll do like a listening session, the three of us together.
Yeah.
Just to show you, just to give you like the first sneak peek of the songs. Let's do that.
Absolutely. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, because we're like we really do support the people we talk with, and so especially like with like singers and stuff, because you can always kind of listen to what they're working on.
Yeah.
Joel and I actively listen to the people like we have talked to, so
Yeah.
by all means, we would love that because like yes, we support you on the magazine, but like we as people also support you. So
Thank you very much.
yes.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I'm not getting no sleep tonight. I'm gonna be up.
We're already excited.
Yeah. Again, thank you, Nicodemus, for joining us today. Again, check out him on all platforms: TikTok, Instagram, any platform you can think of. He's there. Honestly, amazing guy, amazing musician, and but I can't say thank you enough.
Yo,
I just can't say thank you enough.
thank you guys for this opportunity. Really, and I mentioned it also, like in our first conversations, that we had like an introduction call, and we hung up the phone, and I called with my good friend Kevin, that you also met, and you guys are real, and keep doing your thing, and I support you guys. I see you guys, and I really love the things you're doing. Also, like the podcast thing, and I'm really thankful that you're supporting me also in this podcast, but also in the magazine. So thank you, and God bless you.
Yeah, that was a great conversation with Nicodemus. Like, just talented, man. Talented and hardworking.
And then
Like, I'm at a loss for words. But really, it's when you think of people that are working hard and have the ability. Like, he's no longer working for the ability anymore. He already has the ability. Like, he has the talent. He's hardworking with the talent, and that's gonna, like, it's just so good.
like the fact that because I just remember, like, y'all, please go read his interview in Issue 3. Like, but I remember, like, he was actively working with different artists and like helping them produce tracks. And so now to have bands reach out to him from all over the world asking for help with like live arrangements and things, like within a year, is amazing. Doing live shows within a year, amazing. And now he's working on an album.
Yeah,
I
I'm
can't
so
wait.
excited. I'm
Yes.
so excited. Like, oh,
It really goes to show, like, as you were saying, like, continuing to be hardworking, how much can happen within a couple of months, within a year, within a span of time. If you really continue at what you're doing and you develop it and you put your all into it, anything is possible, honestly. Like, just being consistent and believing in yourself and working hard towards it, like, not just relying on your talent solely, but putting the work and the effort into it too.
yeah.
It will take you far.
And like really like being authentic to your work, because like everything we've done, like he said like he loves R&B. He's never switched up from that.
Yep.
And like I'm pretty sure he could do other forms of music, but like at the same time, like he said, like he told us he loves R&B. He's doing a great job of that. He's like, I'm gonna continue to do this. And again, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to tell you, but go listen. Like literally, go take your time, listen, pay attention, and just share it. Like your time is free.
Even if you only have 30 seconds, go to his Instagram and look at the JoJo remix, because that alone will tell you everything you need to know about him and his talent. Like, I was not kidding when I said if I closed my eyes, I felt like I was at a concert. Like, it's very true.
But I'll say even when like you're playing the track on your phone, you can feel the music. Like it's not just another song. It's not just another industry made song. It's something that someone has actually put hard work into, for every snare, every bass, every hook and everything going on. That you can feel every single thing.
Going back to just how hardworking he is, and like consistency is key. I feel like that also relates to us too, because thinking back to what we were doing a year ago when we were interviewing him, we weren't recording our interviews. I was like hand transcribing all the interviews by myself. I think we were just a team of 3, or just starting out as a team of 3.
Yeah.
Like, we were just starting to sell our issues. Our website looked different at that time. We didn't have a podcast. Didn't think we would ever be doing this right now. We probably had like 60 followers on Instagram.
I'll say I don't even think we hit 100.
Yeah.
For someone like him who's done the work and done it so well, it really speaks volumes.
Because he saw us and he saw, what we were about, that we were genuine, and we really wanted to be an actual platform. And so just within that year of like the growth we've had as a publication, and him wanting to come back and, talk to us again and update us, like it really just means the world. And I feel like that's the biggest reason why we're even doing this in the first place, is to, like be this space, be this platform for artists to come back to and know that we will help get their stuff out there, help push them. And it just means the world to me.
But again, check out Nicodemus on Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, Apple Music, any platform you can think of, he's there. Literally, like, go check out his music. He's coming out with original music soon, so you'll definitely see
And
that from us.
we will have a first listen, so we will let y'all know how it is, what we think about it.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
We most definitely will. So be in tune for that. And again, it's Spin Moss Talks. Check us out on YouTube, Spotify, same platforms, Instagram, you name it, TikTok. Find us there. Listen, subscribe, rate us, tell us what you think. And don't forget to send us your jam. We want to hear from you. What you're jamming with, what do you think about your life, what's going on. Literally, just tell us about your jam. Write to us at info@mossmagazine.net. Again, it's info@mossmagazine.net. I don't want to say this again. info@mossmagazine.net. We want to hear what you're jamming with. We want to interact with you, please.
I was so Black parent of you.
Apparently. But anyways, again, check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Y'all have a good one. Thanks for tuning in to Moss Talks.